All right, welcome back to The Explainer. Today we are diving into an absolute masterclass of a topic together. We're looking at a complete step-by-step breakdown of Google Flow's brand new character and avatar tools. Now, if you're a professional creator, you already know that the holy grail of generative AI has always been true, persistent consistency. So today we're going to dissect exactly how to build a completely custom character from scratch. We'll give them a voice, give them a brain, and even look at how to turn yourself into a digital twin.
I mean, it really is the ultimate question, isn't it? How do you actually lock in perfect character consistency across every single shot? We've all felt that pain point, right? Where your character looks like one person in a wide shot and then a completely different person in a close-up. Well, no more. We are going to build a completely custom character from a totally blank canvas today, and I'll show you exactly how this new architecture solves that exact problem.
So here is our roadmap for today's expert guide. We're moving step by step through this technical pipeline. 1. Character visual setup. 2. Assigning custom voices. 3. Setting personality metadata. 4. The personal avatar workflow. And finally, 5. Fixing visual inconsistencies. Okay, let's start with phase 1, character visual setup, where we build the baseline. This is where we establish the foundational visuals of our character using Flow and the Nano Banana Pro model. The visual setup loop here is honestly just fascinating. You can start with a preset template, sure, but because you can't highly customize those presets just yet, the real pro move is to tweak the prompt manually. You want to generate from scratch using Nano Banana Pro or Nano Banana 2. So you type in your standard prompt, say, a man in his 30s with short hair looking at the camera. Once you run that generation and lock in your first solid reference image, you do something absolutely crucial. You click the little plus button right next to your main reference. That triggers the multi-view template generation. Now, once you hit that plus button, Flow automatically sets up a template to capture different angles of your subject. And a quick tip here, you do not have to write a massive essay. Keeping your prompt simple is key. Something like minimalist, dark navy sweater, and cargo pants. Behind the scenes, Flow literally takes your main reference image and maps that exact outfit across multiple views of the exact same subject. All right, we've got our visual baseline locked in. Moving right along to section 2, assigning custom voices, giving them sound. You basically have two routes here. You can use a pre-made voice template, which gives you an instant audition, or you can create a completely new voice. But there is a major technical constraint you need to be aware of. You absolutely cannot upload external audio files to clone a custom voice. No way. Instead, creating a custom voice means you have to sculpt it entirely with text. You choose a base template, give it a name, write out a really detailed description of how the voice should sound, and then provide a sample line of dialogue to audition it.
And listen up, because this is absolutely crucial to remember. Once you dial in those text instructions, maybe you're telling the AI to make the voice sad, low-pitch, and fast-paced, and you hit save, that custom voice profile is locked. It cannot be edited later. If you don't like it, you have to start all over again. So always use that sample dialogue to perfectly audition the voice before you save it to your roster. Okay, on to section 3, setting personality metadata, basically creating the AI brain. We have a face, we have a voice, and now we need to build their internal logic. This brings us to the Flow agent, and honestly, this tool is brilliant. Imagine never having to type out your character's nervous tics or their confident swagger ever again. In the character setup, there's an optional character info box. This is where you define their baseline personality, their quirks, their mannerisms. The Flow agent reads this profile data every single time you use the character. The agent essentially already knows who they are.
So how do you actually deploy this completed character in your workflow? It's as simple as typing the @ symbol in your prompt and mentioning their name. Let's say @Orlando. You can use them seamlessly with the new OmniFlash video model. And what's really fantastic is that your text prompt overrides their baseline clothing. So you can put them in red pants and a black shirt, or even a neon spacesuit if you really want to. You can even combine them with extra image ingredients. Like you could upload a picture of a specific red cup and have your character hold it. It's just a completely modular system. Now let's pivot to what is probably the most highly anticipated feature of this entire toolset. Section 4, the personal avatar workflow, digitizing yourself. To do this, you actually need to step away from your desktop. Just grab your phone and open the Gemini app. The app is going to guide you to record a really quick selfie video just showing the front and sides of your face, and it'll ask you to read some numbers aloud. That super simple process captures both your physical likeness and your voice profile, and then it automatically syncs it back to your Flow dashboard as an avatar.
But let's pump the brakes on the excitement for just a second. This feature is currently in beta, and it's subject to country-specific availability limits. More importantly, Google is treating this with very strict privacy constraints to secure your digital identity. Your digitized avatar is tied exclusively to your private account. It acts kind of like a password. You absolutely cannot share this avatar across different accounts. When you want to use it, you just go into your prompt and type @me.
Of course, with any bleeding-edge beta tool, things can get a little weird. So let's enter our final segment, Section 5, Fixing Visual Inconsistencies. This is the pro-level troubleshooting and insider knowledge that really separates the amateurs from the experts. Here is a fascinating, highly specific naming hack to help you avoid copyright blocks. If you name your custom character something super generic like Orlando, the AI model might actually get confused. It might accidentally pull in visual data from famous real-world actors named Orlando, and that poisons your generation and causes copyright blocks. So the pro tip? Give them a highly specific, unique name, like Orlando Hugh, to keep your character's visual data completely isolated and consistent.
You also got to know the physical limits of the personal avatar. Remember, because the setup only requires a quick front and side view selfie video, the model actually has no idea how you naturally laugh or the highly specific nuances of how your mouth moves when you speak. Because of this limited 3-angle setup, complex dialogue can look a little glitchy. Honestly, right now it works best for user-generated content, UGC, aimed at audiences who aren't already deeply familiar with exactly how you look and sound.
To put that all into perspective, imagine typing a prompt for a vertical 9:16 smartphone video. You tag @me, you drop in an image ingredient of a specific ice cream cone, and you add this quote, "Wow, this ice cream is the best. Really, you have to try it." Flow will generate a video of your personal avatar holding that exact ice cream, speaking those exact lines in your cloned voice. It might not be 100% flawless yet, but the integration of those multimodal elements is absolutely staggering. And finally, just a quick word on scene complexity. If you prompt a multi-shot sequence, say your character walking in Tokyo, cutting from a close-up to a smooth tracking shot and then to an overhead shot, the consistency remains fantastic. But if you try to put your character into a really complex high-motion sequence, like a fighting scene, the illusion will very likely break and cause glitches. Keep the actions relatively simple to maintain that perfect consistency. Well, that brings us to the end of our masterclass, and it leaves us with one massive question to think about. How will this automated, multimodal character workflow change your next production? The ability to build a cast from scratch, voice them, give them personality, and direct them with simple text prompts is just a total paradigm shift for professional creators. I highly encourage you to get in there, start experimenting with Flow and Nano Banner Pro, and see what you can build. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you on the next one.